Good morning. I'm at the Pensions and Benefits UK and I'm sitting with Cathy Brown. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you, Ria.
Cathy, what do you do?
I'm the Exec Director for Engage for Success, which is the UK's national movement for employee engagement.
That sounds interesting. Could you tell me more?
Yes, we were formed from a government report that was written about 2008-2009 by our founders, David McLeod and Nita Clark. And they were asked to go in and look at employee engagement. Is it a real thing? And if it is there evidence out there that it's good for people and it's good for organisations? And if so, what are people doing about it? So they wrote their report. They concluded, obviously, engagement is a real thing, that it impacts us as people, it impacts organisations positively. And they then were asked by the government to take that forward, because what they discovered was that people and organisations don't really know what to do about it. So they think, engagement, that's a great thing, we should have some of that, but they don't know how to get started. So they decided that they didn't want to run a company, they didn't want to sort of be a government project. What they wanted to do was bring together people who are passionate on the topic and start a movement to build better workplaces from the ground up. And that's what Engage for Success is. So we are that movement.
Wonderful. What has been a challenging project for you?
So quite early on, we have 4 principles of engagement, and we wanted to look at how they related to the innovation that comes out of engagement. If you have an engaged workforce, your workforce will be more innovative. So there's a direct link there that is correlated with higher performing, higher engaged teams will be more creative and more innovative. And so we did a project that looked across a number of organisations, looked at those principles of engagement and worked out what the principles of innovation would be when you looked specifically at engagement. And we developed a diagnostic tool that people can use that goes into those principles and says, well, if you're doing this in engagement, this is what it will look like in innovation for you, and this is how mature you are, and this is how you can build on those things to become more innovative.
Okay, so this is what you guys actually do. You've got a tool for this.
We do, and all of our content is free of charge. We're a not-for-profit movement, so people can go to engageforsuccess.org, which is our website, and they will find all of our content, all of our research, and many, many other resources around engagement there freely for them to use.
If someone had to come into the industry tomorrow, what advice would you give them?
I would say look at those principles of engagement. So they apply whether you're managing people, whether you're a peer member, whether you're a leader, all the rest of it. And they're very, very simple. We need purpose and meaning. So people need to know where they fit within the organisation and where it's going and its vision. So is there emotional connection there around the story? And can your manager set you goals, and do you understand that you can deliver them and they won't micromanage you? And are you doing that as a manager? Is your voice heard? So when you want to challenge, when you want something constructive to add, is your voice sought within the organisation? And do you feel safe giving it? So can you criticise and still be feeling that, that's okay, I'm not going to get into trouble? And the last one is, do you trust your leaders? Essentially, are the values that are on the wall for your organisation, is that the behaviour that you see around you every day? And if so, then you're working in a good place. I think those are 4 things easy to hold in your mind that would stand anybody in any industry that they went into.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Cathy.
Well, I'm not quite sure. What do you want to know there?
Everything. What makes you tick?
For the start I love my job, so I'm very lucky and very passionate about engagement because I know how it feels when it works well, and over a 25-year career in various places, I know how it feels when it doesn't work well. But outside of that, I'm a Morris dancer. That always makes people laugh because they go Morris dancing with bells and sticks. Yes, I do that. I love to cook. I'm very much a family person. So for me, I'm not very good with the phrase work-life balance because I don't think it's about balance. I think actually it's all life, and our work should just be a very natural and integral part of what we do. And that's one of the things that I try and work towards for myself personally, really.
Do you have a 1-year goal?
No, I don't do goals in that way, because I tend to find that's a bit limiting, and if I'm focusing on a goal, then I miss all of this stuff that's happening around the outside. So I'm not a goal-driven person in that way. I tend to be more principles-led, so I will have either things that I'm aspiring towards or things that I think are how I am, and I will behave in accordance with those rather than saying, right, I am aiming over here and that's what I'm doing. So just a bit different personality type, I think.
Very pleasant. Thank you. Thank you.